Here's who's gonna die in Avengers Infinity War. It's taken 10 years and 18 movies to get here, but Infinity War is finally upon us. And just like anybody else, we've got our very own Office Deadpool going to determine who's gonna live and who's gonna not live. Now, first off, we gotta throw up a spoiler warning here, not because we have any inside info that you don't have access to, it's just that we're really good at theories. So if you're trying to avoid this spoilery knowledge, then just go ahead and jump out of a Quinjet without a parachute. Perfect segue. Let's start with the guy we pretty much all know is dead meat, Captain America. In the Daddy Stash-tacular interview he gave to the New York Times, Chris Evans revealed that he's done as Cap after Avengers 4. Now we think that Cap will die in Infinity War, kind of like this scene in the comics, and the Cap we see in Avengers 4 will be either the result of time travel or Tony Stark's barf box. Either way, he's a goner. Next up, Hawkeye. It's not a great sign that he's in none of the Infinity War marketing at all, and we think that's because his days are definitely numbered. Now this could be a red herring. There's a chance that he may fake his death and come back as Ronin, like he did in the comics, and that would actually be a perfect way to make Hawkeye the new Coulson. Loki. Now trust me, losing Marvel's best villain is gonna hurt, but you'd better prepare for it because it's gonna happen. He has something that Thanos wants, the Tesseract, but even that probably won't save him. And what better way to end his saga than having him die while doing something somewhat noble and saying something mean to his brother Thor in the process? Nebula. The Guardians are a big deal in Infinity War, and none of them have more beef with Thanos than Nebula does. Next up is Vision. Now we think that he's a goner mainly because the Mind Stone is basically his forehead, and Thanos rips it out as we've seen in the trailers. This could be a fake out, but I'll be real with you, no amount of homemade paprikash is gonna fix that wound. Gamora. The Guardians' resident sword-wielding badass also has her fair share of daddy issues with Thanos, and that could lead to her doing something reckless and deadly after her sister gets killed. Speaking of reckless and deadly, Drax the Destroyer. To defeat Thanos, our heroes have to be smart. They have to be careful about how they plot out their attack if they have any hope of survival at all. Basically, it's the exact opposite of how Drax operates. War Machine. After his brutal injury in Civil War, killing War Machine might seem cruel and unusual, but let's be honest, he's one of the most expendable Avengers on the roster. I mean, they've already replaced him once before.
Next time, baby.
From one sidekick to another, Falcon's death would also be a devastating blow to the team. That being said, the odds of Sam Wilson becoming the next Captain America are significantly higher than the odds he won't survive. Star-Lord is way likelier to die than you might expect. Now, I know what you're saying.
Who?
Peter Quill is actually our sleeper pick for Sleeping with the Fishes though, and here's why. If you look at that big epic Infinity War poster, why is Chris Pratt billed last? Scarlet Witch doesn't have a target as red as her jacket on her, so we think she's gonna be okay because they're gonna need her help in Avengers 4 to undo all the damage that was done in Infinity War. So her chances of making it out alive are pretty good. Iron Man is almost definitely gonna survive Infinity War and probably feel pretty bad that Cap doesn't. He's gonna lead the way in Avengers 4, redeeming himself, and then maybe he can finally die, or retire, or have a buddy movie with Elon Musk, I don't know. Black Widow is always putting herself in potentially deadly situations, but she does have a new solo movie in the works, so we think that she's gonna be okay. Spider-Man is Marvel's newly reacquired motor-mouthed moneymaker, and after the success of Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter Parker is safe at least until there's a sequel or two. But if he did get Uncle Ben, we already know that Miles Morales exists in the MCU, so we'd have a new web-slinger waiting in the wings, ready to go. Doctor Strange is gonna make it through. After all, Brandywine Scooter Snatch just got started in the MCU and has way too many movies left on his presumed 6-movie contract for him to die now, and the same can be said for Wong. Hulk. I mean, come on. Thanos can't kill Hulk. Hulk can't even kill Hulk. Rocket Raccoon and Mantis. I would say they are pretty safe because killing either of them would seem kind of inconsequential and therefore unlikely to happen. Groot won't die because Groot is already dead. James Gunn confirmed it. Baby Groot is now Teen Groot, and I guess Thanos could kill him as well, but then we'd be back to Baby Groot again, and actually, you know what? Maybe he should do that because Baby Groot is the objectively best Groot.
I am Groot?
Come on, guys, Bucky can't die because he's actually gonna be the next Captain America. Seriously, he told us.
This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna become the Winter Soldier, and then eventually he's gonna be Captain America.
Thor won't die either. Marvel finally just figured out how to make a rad Thor movie, so they're definitely gonna make more, and to do that, Thor needs to survive. And speaking of more Marvel movies, Ant-Man has a movie coming out in July, so we're gonna bet that he's safe keeping secrets from Baskin-Robbins in the meantime.
Baskin-Robbins always finds out.
We can think of about 1.2 billion reasons why Black Panther has a 0% chance of death in Infinity War. His solo movie was the most successful superhero movie in US history. No way Marvel is gonna let Thanos do anything permanent to their newly minted cash cat, especially after that. Last and definitely the least chance of dying, Thanos himself. There's 0 chance he's gonna be dead by the end of Infinity War because the Avengers are gonna need a whole other movie to figure out a way to defeat him. But what do you think? Do you agree with our ranking? Who do you think is gonna kick their pesky oxygen addiction in Infinity War? Let's discuss. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Tag your favorite doomed superhero in the comments, and until somebody finally eventually finds that stupid soul stone, remember to join us at Nerdist.com.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.